I am Adeyinka Jegede. I am a board member of Eastlands Home, one of the 21 housing associations in Manchester here in the UK. I'm also a member of All Progressives Congress, a political party in Nigeria that is seeking a change in the status quo, in the political setting in Nigeria.
Okay. How long have you been a part of the All Progressive Congress in Nigeria, and what's your hope for, this political party, and what do you think they bring into the table?
Well, the All Progressives Congress, APC, came about as a radical association, a radical combination of progressives, people or parties in Nigeria. What they're trying to do is they're trying to change the way things are done. The way politicians run things in Nigeria, and the way issues of leaderships are being handled in that terrain, in that political terrain. So they came together in February 2013 and formed this party. The party actually was approved by INEC, the Independent Electoral Commission, in June 2013.
Okay.
So that's what the APC is all about. They're trying to seek a change from the way things are done in the political terrain in Nigeria.
Okay. So, with the influx of people from the PDP to APC, what do you think politicians can bring that is new from what we've seen previously? Is there anything? Is it not like PDP in disguise? Do you not think?
Well, I believe that with the progressives coming together, there will be a change. That's the reason why the party was, first of all, that was the reason why they had to bring the party on, or form the party.
Moving from PDP to APC, what do you think is new that APC can offer Nigerians?
Well, that's the beauty of democracy, basically. The question relates to what the APC can offer Nigerians. One of the reasons why the party was formed was to bring change to the system. There is a way the status quo has been operating that is not acceptable to the generality of Nigerians. There has not been electricity for over 40 years. There's all kinds of things. The road networks are not working. Water, potable water to people are not running. The general economic situation, or the general economy of an individual, not of the country, because we do know that Nigeria makes a lot of money every single year. But how that is felt by the generality of Nigerians is what has not been seen across board. There is a very, very serious unemployment problem in Nigeria. And so the APC is coming at this time, even though it has not been tested in an election. But the caliber of people behind it, the Buharis, the Tinubus of this world, the Fasholas of this world, and all these guys are coming together to say, because we can, in the last 4 years, we can relate with how these governors have done their governing in their various states. I'm talking about in the former APC states. And we also know the track record of people like Buhari and of Tinubu who came on and took what the PDP stole from the people back to the people. I'm talking about places like Osun, Ekiti, Ondo, that is stole from the people, because when we went to the poll, the people spoke, but the PDP stole those votes and installed their own stooge or their own people, in governance. I'm relating to is Tinubu actually. That people like that who could come from behind to take the mandate back to the people are people we can trust, isn't it? So what the APC basically is bringing to the table is is a change. They're trying to bring change to the system. They're trying to control the system so that the dividend of democracy, people can enjoy it.
But do you not think that it's the same old story when politicians come and promise heaven and earth, and at the end of 4 years, the system and things are just getting worse? You have a lot of governors coming from their states and joining APC who do not have great track records. You've mentioned Fashola and Tinubu. How sure are we as Nigerians that these governors who have not proven themselves in the 4 years previously are going to do so now?
Well, a lot of governors have actually proven themselves. When we talk about Fashola, when we talk about Oshomole, who was of the ACN, now APC, when we talk about these governors, we could see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. One of the reasons why other people from other parties, AMPP and APGA, and some of these guys in the ACN have come together to say, yeah, actually, we can make a change. Okay, if Fashola's internal revenue generation could top over 30 billion, I mean to say 30 billion naira. It has never happened under the military. It has never happened under any political arrangement. But it has only happened under the APC government. If that could happen, even Osun, that is seen as a civil service state, is becoming very competitive. If you go to Edo State, you can see all these things are changing. Ekiti State is changing. Ogun, Oyo states. I'm not saying some of the PDP governors are working in some areas, but when you look at the PDP controlled government at the center, you still see a lot of rot. And they've been there since 1999. They haven't done anything. Electricity, for instance, they've spent over $35 billion. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. A lot of African countries can use to better their life, the lives of quite a number of people, in their area. So when we look at all these things that have happened in the past, and all the things that have the change that has happened under the ACN, now APC government, we even though APC has not been tested in an election, we do have a hope that when we vote them in, come 2015, there's that likelihood that the change that we're seeing now in trickles will spread across the country. And we can, I mean, of course, we can have a laugh, at the end of the day, if we give them some time, maybe in 10 years, to see how they will run the country.
Okay. So, let's say you were appointed special advisor to the president on security matters. What advice would you give to him, in light of the Boko Haram scourge?
Well, it's a complex. That's a very complex one, because I won't work with the current president. I personally will not work with the current president, because there is no light cannot mix with darkness. But if you're saying, as a Nigerian, my concern, as it relates to Boko Haram, I would say that the most important thing is for the government of the day to tell the truth about the situation on ground. We do know that there are some people who are funding Boko Haram. They're in the security agencies, they are in government, do you understand? They're roaming the corridors of power. You need a firm approach to these things. You don't, because you cannot be dealing with the devil, and you're trying to give them what do you call it now? You're trying to say amnesty. You're trying to give them amnesty, give them money. People who are killing Nigerians, who are killing our children, who are killing our wives, who are killing our fathers, killing students. I mean, these are not people you should be dealing with. Like, you look, take for instance how America dealt with Al Qaeda, and it didn't go to Al Qaeda and say, look, we're going to give you XYZ dollars for you to they are never ever going to abandon their campaign, because they know, but that is what the government of the day is doing. So for me to advise the government of the day would be very, very difficult. That is a very laughable thing that has just happened. I read it 2 days ago. Now Nigeria's been upgraded. It's the first economy in Nigeria. We're making $506 billion every year. But the question is, how has this affected the common man, the grassroots, people from the grassroots? A country that has just been classified basically financially, and that has been that now tops Africa, okay, in terms of GDP, in terms of gross earning every year. You would expect that at least its citizens will still not be roaming about the street on $1 a day. I think that is just more of a political thing. I think they're not telling the truth. I tell you one thing: the government of the day lies a lot to the people of the country, and that is what we want to change, and that is what we do not want. We don't care whether Nigeria is second to South Africa or third to South Africa. What we do care is for us to see the common man have a job, go to school, live a proper life. The classification basically is political, because 2015 is coming, and Jonathan Goodluck is trying to use that, to creep. Nigerians are very, I'm sorry to say, they're very gullible. Use that to creep into the minds of people to be able to win votes. That is never going to happen.
Okay. Do you think the concept of being Nigerian, or the concept of Nigeria itself as a country, do you think it's a utopian concept that doesn't really exist?
Well, I have had to tinker with that. I love Nigeria. There's no doubt about that. But I don't love Nigeria that is not moving forward. That's my problem. And to say whether Nigeria as it is will work, I doubt, because there's been a lot of infighting among the ethnic groups, the ethnicities that make up Nigeria. The Yorubas, the major groups, the Yoruba, the Hausa, the Igbo people, and the cabal, which have been formed, from these ethnic groups, is a problem. When you talk about the people ruling the country, and you look at what is keeping Nigeria behind, what is holding Nigeria down, what is not. It's not its people. It's a few clique of people who have come together, who have said, Nigeria will just not move forward because of their own personal gains for them and their children. So when you look at all these factors, you'll be tempted to say everybody should go their own ways, but we still have a chance. We still have a chance with this APC thing, and if we can vote them in come 2015 and give them some time to see how they're doing things differently than the PDP government, because effectively that is what APC is. Is a change agent, is a change part, to change things on the landscape. If we give them a chance, I think Nigeria will still be Nigeria. But I bet you one thing: if PDP continues to rule, Nigeria will disintegrate.
Okay, one final question. You've spoken about the cabal. Given that in Nigeria the cabal dictate who comes into power, do you not think the cabal are behind even the APC? You know, Tinubu is a very powerful man. Would you not, do you not think that it's still going to be the same old story being recycled again?
You see, this is what we need. We need to rewire our minds in Nigeria. The problem we have is we're being confused. We're still being confused, and we continue to be confused. Of who is genuine and who is not in Nigeria. I don't think so. I don't think Tinubu would be because anybody who has money, Nigerians don't think in just one track, in one track. They do not always diversify their thinking to zero in on the personality of people they're criticizing. Well, I'm not a paid agent of Tinubu anyway, but the people, you see, if you look at the people around him and the people he's flowing with, you will see progress, you will see change, you see happiness, you see things, even though people are saying it's at a cost. But of course, Nigeria is really gone down to a level that you need to pay a cost to get back to the normal pedestal, a normal level where you would operate, or you could begin to operate with other economy that's whose leadership is sane, whose leadership is forthright and is visionary. As it is now, I would not say Tinubu is a part of the cabal, even though a lot of people are saying so. Politics is about who has the financial power and the political power, and also to be able to rally people around you. I'll give you an example. Gani Fahimi was a very good man. He came and wanted to rule the country. Nobody gave him. Do you understand? And nobody gave him the vote. So Nigeria is such a country that you need a mix of people who understand the way the cabal operates and can fight with them and operate in that to be able to benefit the people. I think that is where you find the people of ilk of Tinubu in this day and time. So I still believe that if we give them a chance in the next coming election, we'll have a better Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Do you have anything to round up with?
Well, I'd say anybody who wants Nigeria to be good, at this time, APC is the only party that is challenging. You can see how people are just cross-carpeting and come into the APC, even though we know that some of them are not genuine. But the leadership is very important. If leadership is good, it will control even the devil among us. Do you understand? If the leadership if the head is rotten, the whole body will also be rotten. So I believe for now we need to trust the leadership for them to deliver the kind of Nigeria that we all want.
Thank you. Cool.
Right. Do you see yourself as a politician, or in the next few years, maybe 10 years or 15 years, do you see yourself running for governor or president of Nigeria?
Leadership is not about position. I think the best leader will be the one in the background. I mean, for them, for him to support anybody who is fair, who is just, who is transparent, who is accountable, who can be accountable to the people. And I don't see myself as running for any office. I don't want it. I just want a situation where we have a better system, a better government, to strengthen our institutions, our justice institutions. The civil service has to change. People who, a lot of things. That's the kind of person I am. I am not, I don't want to judge anybody, but I mean, I need to also criticize or probably use the word critique the way things are being done to be able to get Nigeria forward. I don't want to. I don't think I'm the kind of person who is cut out. If I'm called to serve, I will serve, but it's not one of my priorities.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jegede, for